Welcome to Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome to Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. You rocking with your girl Keysha and Duval. Y'all hit the like button as y'all come in the door. We had a lot of news hit the airways today, so we're gonna try to go through it as quickly as we can. Give y'all our takes. How you doing, Duval?
I'm constantly working.
You ain't doing nothing. You don't do nothing, Chad. Don't let that man lie to y'all. He be laying on his couch while I'm doing all the work. He be laying on his couch.
I'm constantly working. Just make sure we ain't missing nothing, because you know what I'm saying, news been updated each and every time. So you know what I'm saying. So I just want to make sure we're on top of stuff so we could break it down as soon as it happens.
What's going on, Dre Stewart? What's up? What's up, Live, Laugh, Love? Donna C. Y'all over here early. What's up, Tiffany Prince? Yeah, they up in here trying to get it in, like trying to get on the gossip they sell. Mm-hmm. Or is that just Van? Is that Van that be wanting to do just the gossip?
Van like the mess.
He like the mess.
Yeah, Van like the mess.
He like the mess. We gonna get to the first thing. You know why? Because this is just like an update. Mm-hmm. On Derek Hamby over there snitching.
Yeah.
He didn't get no stitches though.
Yeah. We don't know that yet.
She ain't got no stitches yet. But apparently, if you just put stuff on Twitter, mm-hmm. They fine you. I ain't gonna never say nothing bad about nobody. They can find you by your phone number. That is quick. Faster than her. So y'all remember that man that called her a monkey and a ninja and all that, and they had found him at his job. But them people done already went to this. They done already went to this man's job. Told him he's a racist. What?
Got that, because they got the email first. You gotta go to the email first.
What email?
Go down. You gotta scroll down.
Well,
that's the email.
Oh, that is so long. Okay. Hello at Acla. So he worked for Claro Medical?
Yes.
Okay. And they say, I'm writing to report a disturbing social media message publicly attributed to Jason Wernberger, who also been identified as a Claro Medical employee. Just bear with me, Chad, if that's not how you say that. The attached screenshot appears to show a message to WNBA player Derek Hamby containing a racial slur, degrading language, and an animal comparison. I asked Claro Medical to verify the message's authenticity, confirm whether Mr. Wettenberger is employed by the organization, and if substantiated, take appropriate action under company policies. Given Claro Medical's role in healthcare, I believe conduct of this nature warrants serious review and is consistent with standards of dignity, respect, and professionalism. Please investigate properly and acknowledge receipt of this complaint. The screenshot is included for your review. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to your response. Somebody was on ChatGPT. Right, get them to write a letter. All right, so they gonna respond. The company says, thank you for your message. We are aware of the situation and are conducting an internal investigation. And this is an internal process. We will not be commenting on the details of the investigation at this time. We remain committed to addressing the matter appropriately in accordance with our policies. Well, they got a response that said, internal process, so we won't know if the employee is still there. Noted. I will read your I read your company's core values and this behavior is certainly not aligned. I will inform everyone of your internal investigation. Thank you for responding. They come back and respond and say, thank you for your understanding. Please note that the employee has been suspended while our internal investigation is being conducted. We take this matter seriously and appreciate you bringing it to our attention. They want to make sure you know that we because it sounds like y'all they were trying to push it up to the rug a little bit. And they said, "Oh no, we're gonna let everybody know that you know kind of dragging your feet on this thing." Uh-huh. And they said, "Nah, no, we've already suspended them. We just doing more internal investigation." Duval?
This could be spent one of two ways. They can either try to see how hot the fire gonna get, where they are forced to remove him from the company, or they gonna try to find a way to rehab his image and say they gonna send him like a rehab so they can keep him.
What kind of rehab? Racist rehab?
But you know how you go, the anger management, that's what they call rehab.
Oh, okay. Is that what that is? Anger management?
Yeah, rehab your image, rehab your, your behavior issues. And see, a lot of times when you're a good employee or when you're somebody of importance, that's what they would try to do to try to keep that said employee. And they'll try to spin it that way. That's why they didn't want to make this public, because at the end of the day, they don't want to be forced into a decision that they might not want to make on this individual. But at the end of the day, she made it public anyway. As long as the public keep the fire hot, they will be forced to move on from said individual because they don't want to be associated with racism, and they start losing sponsors or they start losing clients because of it. Because remember, a lot of these places, these medical places, got to buy their supplies from these third-party vendors. And what happened, these vendors all of a sudden don't want to sell to you because they feel like you stand and your core values is conducting and condoning and calling racist individuals. So you have to be careful of the message that you send out to the public, because it's the public that keep your business open, not only from a consumer standpoint, but from the vendors that supply your medical supplies for you to function as an organization.
Well, I would say this. I mean, at the end of the day, I probably would have just went on and let him go. But I understand they got to go through their policies and procedures and stuff. But people have been fired for way less. So I don't know. Embarrassing your one of the things is the code of conduct. Embarrassing your organization from what you work for usually gets you fired. But I think people need to be mindful of the things they say to people online, because if you using your main profile, I say it like this, and you using your real phone to harass somebody else, number one, it's harassment. You know, you can get picked up for that, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so I get they got to do their internal process, but he went out of his way to harass somebody he don't know. Anyway, keep it on the theme before we get to the next thing, since they brought it up in the chat. I don't want to get your take on it, because I saw it the other day and I was just like, we might as well talk about it right quick. What's up with Target, man? What's going on with Target?
The only thing I can say about them is they are tone deaf to their audience, and they're really telling black people, we don't want you. And I mean, that's not the first time a corporation told black people that they don't want them. Remember, Tommy Hilfiger was once the most popular clothing line and pop clothing item in the black community in the early mid 90s until
Mm-hmm.
they told us that they didn't want us to represent their brand, and we tanked their brand by not supporting their clothing line anymore.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is not the first time that a clothing company basically telling you without telling you, hey, we don't want you. We don't want your association with our store, with our brand, and what we represent. So I think this is what Target is telling us, and we should listen.
But the trip part about the whole thing is why?
Why they don't
This
want black
ain't
people?
no, I understand that because maybe your leadership is just bad. I get that. And you have some preconceived notions of whatever reason why you don't like my people. I don't care. But if you want to make money, why would you alienate a portion of the population when it
Because
doesn't when your views have nothing to do with selling products? Because the reason why I say that is because like with Tommy Hilfiger, he was selling his own stuff, right?
yes,
That he designed.
yes,
Target is actually selling products from other vendors.
yes.
So why as a corporation like that sells from all different vendors from all different races, trust me, I done been in Target. You run the risk of them pulling out and tank not just the black community, but tanking. Look, hey, we can't sell just for me up in there with you. You know what I mean. We gonna have to pull out. You know, we can't sell my L up in here with y'all. You know what I mean. We gonna have to pull out. So I'm to believe that you selling products to the masses, but you don't want the masses to buy 'em? I'm confused. Go ahead.
Well, the only thing I can tell you is this: sometimes when you feel like a certain demographic turned their back on you, you want to be defiant. And
Gotcha.
I think sometimes you could change your core values from selling to everyone to like, you know what, I just want a certain demographic to represent my store. Because let's be honest, Walmart is way cheaper than Target, and
Yeah.
that's why Walmart is popular among black people. And it seems like Target is more. They have less items, but you know what I'm saying, they higher in price. So sometimes a person's actions could be more revealing when it comes to how they feel about a certain individual than somebody's words. And
Hmm.
so Target maybe telling us what their actions say. We don't want black people to be patronizing our product anyway. I'm talking as a collector.
Hmm.
And what they hoping is like some of those black vendors do pull out because they don't want them in their store anyway. And the black vendors that maybe are hesitant to pull out is because they maybe don't have somewhere to go because we don't have our own, and that's what the sad part is.
But the trip part about it is, but it's not gonna be just them. You know, they got liberal brands that,
Of course.
yeah. So, and those people are not black people. Those are actually companies that are ran
Right.
by the elite.
Yeah.
So you might successfully drive us out, but which we only 13% of the population anyway. But this country is divided between the liberals and the conservative, and the reason why it's such a tug of war is because it's kind of a little even or
Yes.
55, 45, or whatever it is. Either way, even if you get the conservatives to 55 and the liberals to 45, you still losing 45% of your business if those minorities that support those liberal products pull out. They
Yes.
gonna do what's in the best interest of their business too. So I just don't understand. I just don't understand. But maybe, hey, I've seen business CEOs, like I've said all the time, make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. And you would think they will follow the money and worry about green, but sometimes they don't because they petty and they are humans too. So I understand it, but this is the most ugliest Halloween costume I ever seen in my life. I don't know what this was supposed to be. I don't know who they thought was buying it.
They was so like they went to the school of Megan Kelly, and they just wanted to offend black people as soon as possible, and that's the case. Hey, mission accomplished. I mean, they're not the only one that did this. Remember, Gucci did the same thing. But Gucci wasn't worried about, offending black people because that's not their customer base.
Right.
Their customer base is rich white elites. And so they ain't care about the poor black people being offended of whatever clothing product that they put out to offend them. So we the most maligned and disrespected race in this world. Just know that.
I know. And for some reason, they think kids want to be black light circus clown.
Yeah.
Okay, Target.
You got it.
You got it. I don't know what else to say to that. That
get the money, Keysha.
This is the world we live in. Hold on, let me give Kappa his due. Oh, well, thank you for the $10 super chat, Kappa. What's good, my buddy Duval? You want him to feel good about himself? Oh, Duval. See, they like you.
Nah, Kappa like, man. I appreciate Kappa. Like I say, I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your support and a lot of y'all support, in the chat and on the channel. But you, especially Kappa, you've been a loyal support over here since, we transitioned from Chicago to the Dream. We packed our bags and moved down here to Atlanta to be Dream fans. And so you welcome us as an OG Dream fan with open arms. And when we get to this DeWanna Bonner situation at some point in the show, I just hope you still have that same love and fuzzy energy for me. Because y'all might say some stuff you ain't going to want to hear.
All I know is I wanted to let you know, Duval. I forgot to tell you. Just off thing, too. Somebody said, talking about Kappa, somebody said that we was bandwagon Dream fan.
Oh, they said that?
And I said, let me get you straight, then I'll let you respond. I said, let me get y'all straight. I'm from Louisiana. We ain't never really had no WT. So I was an Angel Reese fan coming out of college because I'm an LSU fan. So don't you call me bandwagon nothing, because once I ride that Angel Reese train, I'm on here for life, Duval. Go ahead. Yeah, they said you're a bandwagon Dream fan. That's what they said.
Then they're right. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I'm a Dream fan as long as Angel on it.
No, I ain't gonna say that. That's a lie.
Okay, that's you then. You don't speak for me.
Let me tell you something. That's a lie. You know why I'm gonna tell you that?
Okay.
Because even if she leaves, you love Alicia, girl.
Yeah, I love the organization. This is a big organization. It's not like I root for them to fail like the Sky. Sky hate watch.
That's why I told you was a lie. Yeah. You wouldn't be hate watching.
Nah, I hate watching. Nah, I like the Dream, but you know what I'm saying? My main team gonna always be whatever team Angel on. I root for her success, her story, you know what I'm saying? Who she is as a woman and everything else. But like I said, I will, you know what I'm saying? I will root for the Dream still. Because like I said, they seem like a good organization. That's why I know Angel gonna resign there. She like stability. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like the Chicago Sky, who is a dysfunctional, bad organization that keep telling you each and every day that they are the scum of the earth. They are the dew off your shoe. And how can you root for an organization like that when they don't care about people? So I wish the Chicago Sky organization burn in hot hell with no coal, with plenty of gasoline.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest with y'all, even before my girl was on the team, the first time I really and truly started paying attention to the Dream was when they ousted their owner, that Kelly Loeffler. I always
Yeah.
say that woman's name wrong. Loeffler or whatever. And Warnock was running, remember? And
Yeah, I can tell you the whole story.
that's when I really started following Dream when they and then they drafted Brian Howard and they traded for Alicia Gray, and I was like, I like the organization. Y'all making a turnaround. Because before that, they said the organization was a little sketchy.
Yeah. Speaking of owner, Kelly Loeffler, she
I think that's her name. Yeah.
she was. It was during 2020. They had George Floyd, and they had the protests and everything. And an email came out that she wanted the players to not protest, and she was against the protests. And not only that, she was a big Trump supporter.
Yeah.
And so when that came out, the players wore Raphael Warnock shirts saying vote for him, and he was a Democrat. And at that time, he was down in the polls. Kelly was still winning. And then when the players turned on her and told, the Atlanta Dream and the Atlanta area to vote for Raphael Warnock, that when his name risen, and he wanted to race past Kelly Loeffler, and then she ain't faded. She was forced to sell that team.
Yeah.
And then
I was talking about in the race. She just went off into a political career. Because I remember thinking because remember she was appointed that seat because somebody either passed away or the seat came open and she was given that seat. She had never ran for that seat.
Yeah.
So, and then they had to have the actual election for it, and that's where Raphael Warnock came into play because they actually just gave her the seat.
Yes.
So, yeah, and she lost. But I do remember the players brought so much awareness to Raphael Warnock because they was probably the reason why I saw, because I didn't, I wasn't living in that state. I didn't know nothing too much about their politics going on, but they brought it to the national
forefront
consciousness. Yes.
Yeah, that story was on CNN and everything. They they started wearing those vote for Raphael Warnock. It was all black shirts. It was the team that had, I want to say Kenny Carter was a rookie.
Somewhere around up in there. Yeah.
I think she got drafted in that 2020 draft with what's your girl name? Sabrina Nescu, because she was number 1 overall. And then somebody went number 2. And then I think Kenny Carter went 5th. And she was mad. And so either way, I remember they wore that Raphael Warnock shirt during pregame, and they kneeled and everything. And they helped that man win. And that man was down in the poll badly. He wasn't even thought of.
Me and my mama was rooting for that man, and we ain't even live there.
Yeah, that man won. He took that seat at the last minute. Won, and they forced him to sell the team, and now they got this new owner that be at the games doing the lockdown seatbelt with Angel when she make a good play.
Yeah, he was so cute. He was. Yeah. Hold on, let me get the money. He was so cute. I said, oh, he having him a good time. And I always know that. I said, oh, he going on the road trip? Oh, he telling Smecko, don't mess this up, Smecko. Here we go. Thank you, Mr. Mama, for the $5 super chat. She said, Duval, God say vengeance is his, not ours. Be careful of your words. Anyway, can DeWanna help Dream get past the first round? We gonna get to it, Mr. Mama. She said, vengeance is his, saith the Lord. My mama tell me that all the time. He said,
You
you
gonna
don't
get
have to
to
do
it.
nothing. She said, you don't have to do nothing. Lord gonna take care of you. Don't worry about it. I will fight your battles. Thank you, Mr. Mama. All right, Chad, we're gonna get to one of our topics that's been blowing up on Twitter. The balls say we gotta talk about it. You know. I guess the Chicago Sky is a team that everybody wanna see, Devon. According according to all, to all the things you sent me, I feel like they the new um they the new it team.
I
I don't
guess.
know. I don't know if I'm lying, but according to the ratings,
Yeah.
um the Sky Fever game did 3.3 million. Most watched regular season games since WNBA opening weekend in 1997, NBC announced. Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell combined for 67 points in the Fever's win. Enes Kanter Freedom was also removed from the Wintrust Arena. They peaked at 3.82 million for that game. They say NBC Sports averaging 1.75 million for its 7 WNBA games on NBC and Peacock this season, up 35% versus comparable coverage last season. So, Devon, is
Go.
it
Go ahead.
is it are the ratings spiking because of basketball? Are the ratings spiking because of all the controversy?
I'm gonna get to that. While you try to pull up what the other clip I need, with the Cantor, it should be
You talking
ready
about
right
with
now.
Sophie?
Nah,
She the
Cantor.
next one. Oh, the
Okay.
first one?
Yeah, well, about the 2023. If you need me to if you need me to forward to you real quick,
Hold
I
on.
can.
No, I didn't know if you needed him that quick.
Okay,
Hold on.
yeah, cause it goes with this. But let me say this. It's so funny. This when numbers lie, right, Keisha? You know how they say it peaked at 3.82,
Mm-hmm.
and yet the Fever versus Dream game peaked at 4.0. But that
Mm.
wasn't the highest rated game. You see how the number get manipulated, played with?
But what network was the Fever Dream game on?
ESPN.
Uh-huh.
5 o'clock game on Sunday.
So NBC is telling the truth about their network, according to them. I'll put it to
Yes.
you like that. So they had never seen that before. NBC.
Yeah, see? Before you play this,
Mm-hmm.
it's two things that go into play why that game did a 3.31.
Mm-hmm.
Thing number two, it was a revenge game. People want to see if DJ going to foul what's your girl name? Sophie Cunningham
So for
again
Cunningham.
the same way she did the first time. So that brought the races in. That brought the hatred in. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy, remember, he was trending on Twitter before the game started.
He
So
did.
word was getting around that, hey, he was going to this game. So it was on being the intrigueness of what he was going to do to disrupt this game, because everybody know he was there for clout. He wasn't there off of a fan of the sport that wanted to really see a good basketball game.
Oh,
We
of
know
course
he
not.
was there for hidden agendas. Everybody knew that. So those two things was the reason why those ratings spiked the way it did. It ain't had nothing to do with the Sky. It ain't had nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? It was more so the revenge of what Sophie Cunningham was going to do to Disney and vice versa. And secondly, what did him being at the game beforehand that was trending on Twitter, what was he going to do while he was at the game? And that's why the ratings spiked. Because it wasn't just about basketball. It was about the CNN crowd. It was about the Fox News crowd. It was about, you know what I'm saying, the what they call that, OEN News. It was about, outkick the coverage crowd. Those people, Pat McDavid, those people. Fearless with Jason Whitlock, those individuals. They was intrigued. They wanted to tune in. They wanted to get their talking point when it comes to whatever he was going to do, good, bad, or indifference, for their shows the next day. But you can play this because, like I said, just to know that this is all by clout. This was predicted 3 years prior to when he did what he did just past Sunday. So this was been in the works with this man's mind and psyche. So you know that this wasn't just something that he did at the last minute. It was something that he planned on doing for quite some time. Go ahead, play, Keysha.
This is a video of Enes Kanter. Chat. This is a video from Enes Kanter, August 15, 2023, talking about what he wanted to do on this topic. So, yeah, just listen.
So one of the things you said was, if you were to put on the wig and go and play, is that when the outrage will begin? Is that fair to all women who spent their whole life chasing their goals? Where are all the women's rights activists and feminists? It's a great question. What have you heard from people since you decided to speak out on this?
I mean, I did get actually a lot of support. I mean, would that be fair? I am 7 foot, 270 pounds. And if I decided to identify myself as a woman and decided to play in WNBA, put on a wig, and I changed my name to just say Anisha, would that be fair to all the women, who chasing their dreams since they were a little kid? That's what I'm saying. Like, where are all the women rights activists? Where are all the feminists, who has to stand up for these cause first? So it's just very interesting why this should be even a debate. We just need to do whatever we can. All the male athletes should do whatever they can to bring voice in this.
And it's technically, what would happen if you put on a wig and were to try out? Would you be allowed in?
I mean, if I am allowed in, I will average 60 points and 30 rebounds.
But technically, would they allow that? Do you know, do they have any rules in the WNBA that biological men can't play?
I don't think there's any rule against it. So
Okay.
if I want to show a point action, I can just put a wig on and just call some couple GMs in WNBA and say, hey, sign me, and maybe I should do that, and they will show my point. Actually, I will average.
They see you
60
coming.
points.
They see you coming at 6'10". Martina Navratilova seems to be like a lonely voice.
So I'm just gonna read what it says. Then I read somebody responded to it, and which I think was Bree Turner. Somebody posted this video. This is from 2023, 3 years ago. Enes Kanter Freedom floats idea of throwing on a wig, renaming himself Anisha, and claiming he's a woman to force the WNBA to sign him to make an anti-trans athlete statement. Maybe I should do it and it will show my point. Actually, I will average 60. Bree Turner said premeditated narrative from 3 years ago. The trans panic grift guarantees nonstop publicity and attention from certain national news outlets while driving attention away from actual issues plaguing the U.S. So chat, people in the chat, some of y'all that's all on it. This has been done, repeated. Griff has been done over and over, and some of y'all fell for it. I never did.
Now, Keysha, it's not on accident he chose this year to do it. And I'm going to tell you why it's not on accident he chose this year to do it.
Go ahead.
And he not, because now the league is at an all-time high. And he chose the game to do it. Because, the ideal game would have been FIFA versus Dream.
Yep.
But the Dream already played, so he can't go to Atlanta. They're not playing Indiana again unless he was going to do it in the playoffs. And, boy, they was going to have more security and rule for that.
Yeah, they probably would have acted plumb fool if he did it during the playoffs.
And so he knew he couldn't do it there. And it wasn't no guarantee that Dream and the Fever was going to play in the playoffs. So what's the next best thing? Dream, the Fever versus Chicago. With the revenge game of Sophie Cunningham and Dejanay. Mm-hmm. He knew that game was already going to have attention based on those two individuals and the messiness between that situation, combined with the star power Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. It was a perfect time to pull off his grift and make his 15 seconds of fame more noticeable because of it. Because think about it. We learned by keenness, and I'm going to say one last thing, I'm going to get out of the way.
Oh, no, you go.
Enes Kanter name been trending more for 3 days than he has his whole NBA career. And the only reason I knew about Enes Kanter in his NBA career, because like I told you before, I was a Russell Westbrook fan. And his first team was the Oklahoma City Thunder. He used to come off the bench and he used to score like 14 points a game. He was a good offensive player, but he played defense like Caitlin Clark. So that's how far it goes when it comes to his name, his brand recognition, when it comes to the NBA and his career. But when he pulled off his stunt, he became more famous than at any point in his NBA career, and that's a shame.
Well, I'm going to say this, Duval. Like I said before, since he started this grift, he had several Indiana Fever games he could have attended. If he really truly was Sophie Cunningham's friend, as he boasts. But he didn't attend those games. Because there were other games that happened in Indiana. You would think he would go there since they embrace him, right? And his talking points. But he didn't choose to do that. He chose to go and antagonize. He knew one thing. One of the other reasons I think you left out from the reason why he chose Chicago, because Natasha Cloud is on the team. A known activist. You see what I'm saying, Duval? He baited her into that confrontation.
100%.
He knew he had the trainer in Jeff P. He knew he would be allowed to walk in. Do it. He had a police escort from Chicago's finest into the building. 2 of them into the building. Sat courtside in their building, taunting their players. You can't make this shit up.
Yes.
And he knew if he goes, because that is just Natasha Cloud, that's just who she is. She's going to stand up. She's very passionate about that issue.
Firecracker.
So he know if he talked long enough, he was going to get the reaction he needed. And why not go to a place for a team that they don't, even the owners and the management, we're not making the playoffs. So what harm would it be to let him in? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he got the explosive moment he wanted off the backs of these women who was just trying to play a game. But he been planning this, him and these politicians. They've been planning this for a while. It's just that 3 years ago, this conversation probably didn't stick. But now that the WNBA is very popular, this is the time to pull it out. Let's go and pull the wigs out and all this old foolishness. And people talking about he protecting women. No, he's not protecting women. Not at all. He's mocking women. And if you don't understand that, you need to go look yourself in the mirror and try to figure out what's wrong with you. Because that's what he's been doing since the beginning of this. Mocking women. Mocking your sisters, your daughters, your mothers. Mocking athletes. That's what this is. Because they don't want this much attention on the Anishas, as he called himself, in the league. Black women getting too much attention, Duval.
And
Whether it's good attention or bad attention, it's still attention, right?
I would add to this. He wasn't the only one that wanted to pull off this stunt. Remember, there was another guy named Royce White that's also said the same thing. He have a different agenda than Enes Kanter. Remember Royce White? I think Royce White. I apologize. He is running for, I want to say, governor. And
he lost. Hold on, I'll bring it up. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Running for governor, I think in Minnesota, right?
I'm bringing it up. I can't remember, but I remember him going up against Michelle Tafoya, who used to be a NFL
sideline report for NBC.
He lost to her.
Shout out to my Aunt Jackie. I'm gonna try not to do no cussing, but if I do a little cussing, just forgive me in advance. I put a whole of water oil on me. You just know that. But I'm gonna try not to do no cussing.
You gonna try not to do no? I think it was a Senate race?
I think Senate race or governor race, one of those two. But he will run for office.
Yes, he was, and he ended up getting.
Cause I know he lost the previous. He lost the previous time. I know he'll run again.
Yeah, hold on.
Because just like he said, he felt like that's a hot button issue. You know that the trans issue among sports. People really get triggered and paranoid and scared about that. So
yeah, because that's why people defend those people, because the boogeyman, the trans are out to get you. That's what they want to perpetuate.
People, you know what I'm saying? There's certain trigger buttons that scares my Caucasian brothers and sisters in this world. And so it's like one of them is the Senate race. Not Senate race, but like the trans in women's sports. Another one is African Americans with hoodies. That's a hot button issue. Another hot button issue is African Americans versus the police. So they always have certain hot button topics that they could pull out their back pocket if they want to get that certain demographic to really rally and pull for their seat when it comes to their political aspirations.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it was for I'll pull it up. Here you go. Right here. I got it checked. Yeah, that's why he was doing what he was doing. It's all it had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with putting on a cape for women. That's what I was trying to tell people. Like, them people not doing that for that. How can I put it? Oh, where is okay. Here you go. Somewhere up in here. He lost badly.
Yes.
Michelle Tafoya, who used to be the sideline reporter, it was for he was trying to get the nomination to run for Senate for Minnesota for the Republican Party. Michelle Tafoya won the GOP primary with 52% of the vote. The other guy was 24% of the vote, and I think Royce White ended up with 9%.
Yes.
He was trying. His campaign was in the toilet. He was trying to jolt it.
Yes, with that.
He was trying to jolt it with this issue. And some people fell for it. He didn't care nothing about that issue at all.
You know what else got jolted on, Keysha? You know what else got jolted?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you're ready for me to go.
I was trying to figure out what his percentage was, because he lost so bad.
What else got jolted, Keysha, was his restraining order from his wife. That got jolted too.
Here's the thing. It's funny you say that. The man that say he trying to protect women. Has a wife who put a restraining order against him because he beating her ass.
Mm-hmm. Can't protect nothing.
Against him, there's a restraining order against him and the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the wife and the kid.
Mm-hmm.
He can't come in so many feet of them.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all running around here listening to somebody with a wig on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is who they put up as candidates to run.
Mm-hmm.
They know that man's background.
Yep. He lost to a white woman. You know they love white women, then they lost to a white woman. You know how they go.
And guess how they refer to him now? Former NFL sideline reporter Michelle Tafoya is one step closer to a seat in the U.S. Senate after winning the Minnesota Republican primary on Tuesday, dominating the other candidates, which included WNBA hopeful Royce White.
Jesus.
Duval. Royce, they mocking you, bruh.
It's a clown show, Keysha.
On Yahoo News. They mocking you. You, a black man, you get mocked.
But Keysha, they love the clown show. You know why they love the clown show? Because they can spin their situation into podcast deals, into commercials, into things that they never would have gotten just off their name alone. They may have to come with negativity and buffoonery for them to get any type of financial dollars from the conservative, Caucasian, and black America. Let's be honest. You got to think about it.
Hold on, Duval, before you finish. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The article goes on to say, as a white, he has now shifted his focus to running for president and winning MVP of the WNBA after controversially claiming he now identifies as a transgender lesbian.
You know what might happen?
Go ahead.
He be in the shower with them women, and you couldn't tell the difference.
Shut up.
They would say, "Hey, he transgender for real." You couldn't even tell the difference.
He got nerves enough to quote. This is what he said after he got put out the race, right? Today we took a dark turn for the worse. Minnesota Republicans going pro-choice. Wow. All of you who voted for Tafoya should be ashamed of yourselves. The ones that didn't shouldn't be outraged. So they should pick you, Royce White? Mm-hmm. A man in a wig?
Man can't be next to his wife and kid.
I mean, they got restraining orders on him.
And he's heavily medicated. He have mental health issues as well. That's why he couldn't play. He didn't play a down in the NBA. He couldn't play not one game in the NBA because of his mental health struggles. So it just some people you can't take seriously. That's all.
Yeah. Meanwhile, y'all up there telling me, y'all need to answer him. You need to be answered. My mama always say, you don't answer fools.
Because if you answer a fool, you become one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I understand why the W had to come out and categorically say, you are not eligible. Bye.
Yep. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Did you see that Enes wrote a letter to the W?
Yeah, trying to ask 5 questions.
Yeah.
But this is why, and we're going to get to her in a second.
Uh-huh.
This is why I all come back to Sophie.
Yeah,
if Sophie would never said what she said, these two fools wouldn't matter. Like I said, these fools would have did that, and Sophie never said what she said. Nobody wouldn't took them seriously. They would just roll their eyes and kept it moving. But because Sophie said what she said, they piggyback off of that, and that what made it a story. That what made us take them seriously. That what made us look at this situation from a different perspective. Even though we know that those are clowns, but we could not ignore them because Sophie had to have the bright idea to say, hey, we don't want any trans women in our sports, as if there were trans women down the street and around the corner trying to sign up for the WNBA. You just said that because you trying to do it to a fan base. You trying to make more money. But what you did was you had all these protesters at every single arena that you played in since that comment. From Seattle to Golden State to New York to Chicago, from Indiana. Indiana had their own. I think the Dream, the only team that didn't, from what I know, did not have a protest. From what I could tell. But everywhere else she played, they had a protest. Even Connecticut had one. So it's like, Sophie, for real? You that hard up for money?
And they said there's something strategic to that too. They say people have been organized to do those certain things, and they also some people are getting tickets for free to go and do that. I seen that online.
And throw the beanie weenies on the court. Jason Whitlock broke that story. He said there was gonna be more, and it had been more.
Because this is not random acts. These are strategic acts against the WNBA to undermine the league. And if you don't believe that, then you must believe in Santa Claus. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, because think about this. When it comes to those antics, guess who be sponsoring a lot of those antics that be happening?
Who?
Can I interest you in the thing called? Dang, what's that called? What Nicki Minaj went to?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Shit. That project. No.
Not project. What's it called? Kurt. She just she took it over.
I know. Turning Point.
Turning Point. They be sponsoring a lot of stuff, just like they the big push behind Tatum and his platform, and all of that, and giving him money to speak propaganda on their behalf. Also, the boy's lawyer, right? For Nola Wells, they lawyer, who is Donald Trump former lawyer. Who you think paid for that? Turning Point. And so again, Turning Point be behind a lot of this stuff. They have a lot of money. And so I wouldn't be surprised they behind those individuals throwing beanie weenies on the court.
Not beanie weenies.
Beanie weenies, throw them on the court. They go to jail. They get bonded out. The judges are in their back pocket, so they gonna get a slap on the wrist, and it gonna be dissolved and not even heard about again. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of those people that throw the beanie weenies on the court and they get arrested, those records get like a sponge, because you can seal those records too. And they probably get those records sealed, like some of those celebrities be getting their records sealed. So anyway,
meanwhile, we're gonna take her down and listen to her old Sophie, and then we're gonna get off of these grifting people out here trying to make money off the W and their newfound success, because that's all it is. And this chick trying to get her next career. That's what she trying to do.
On that same vein, and that's where ESPN, you talked about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. And I think I'll always believe in that. I think it's really important to protect children. And that's little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said. And
little girls don't play in the W.
I believe that.
Yeah, do you see your advocacy on that, like taking any form going forward?
I don't know. I'm not a very political person, but I do have beliefs. I have morals, and I'll always stand on those and be true to who I am. And I think people are going to take it how they want to take it, but I've never even really said anything about that. And so when it comes just to protecting young girls in sport and women in sport, I feel very strongly about that. I think that's why you have Title IX. That's why you have some of the greats in women's sports. If Title IX and women's sports were protected, then you wouldn't hear about any type of women in sport. And so I think in the future, it's just really
So you agree that they have been protected and measures have been put in place like Title IX to help women's sports grow, right? Oh, okay. We're going to keep going.
to protect.
Do you think, I guess, along the line like that, it goes against perhaps some people might say, hey, for the trans community, this could be something that could come back on us or be targeted against us. Like, how do you, I guess, view that sort of critique?
Like I said, I extend love and I don't dislike anyone. Like, I think there is room for absolutely everyone here. And I think there's room to love everyone. And I truly think when you get people in the same room and you have conversations, you actually have a lot in common with a lot of people. And so I'm there to love, but I'm also there to love biological women. And I think that there are rights that need to be protected. And like I said, I'm going to stand true to that. I'll never falter in my beliefs in that, but I have never once said I hated the trans community. Like I said, I think there's space for everyone.
But you don't love them. You love biological women? Keep going.
Sophie, what about Connecticut tonight? Tell us a little bit about the game. What are you thinking about Keys or guarding Brittany? You know her so well.
Yeah, I think it has been so fun. I played with BG for 6 years, and so I know her like the back of my hand. And as of late, she's been playing really good. She's been playing like OG Brittany. And so we have our hands full down in the paint. I really think actually Connecticut is playing really good as a whole. I think everyone's playing their role really well from top to bottom. They don't go out there and do anything outside of what they do. And that makes it different.
She's going to start talking about the game. So let me get this straight. You real cool with Natasha Cloud and Brittany Griner, and you love biological women and you're trying to protect them, but the Lord say you love everyone, right? And you respect their choices, and we are not supposed to judge. Ain't that in the Bible too? So what are you protect? I'm a biological woman, and what are you protecting us from? From something that's not happening? I mean, because I go to games and I don't see no men out there. So yeah, I can't.
We don't gotta listen no more, do we?
No, she gonna start talking about, how she be running up and loving up on. That's what Brittany Griner and Natasha Cloud. I would have a side eye at Sophie. I know y'all cool and everybody cool, but side eye to Sophie. There's a tweet going on right now talking about we already got a man in the league. It's called Brittany Griner. So
I'm gonna say this.
You ain't helping people. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. Jan Brady is a village idiot. Ain't nobody trying to be no man and playing in the WNBA.
No.
It's this Jennifer Aniston looking chick that thinks she is smarter than everybody else in the room.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to do it.
Just sit your hot pocket behind down and find your real man instead of sleeping with other people to keep that paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you are doing this league a disservice, and that's why they going to blackball you. Watch it.
He said that's not what judgment means. Judgment means you don't have nothing to say about how somebody else run their life. It's like nobody has the right to say to me how I run my life. All of us gonna walk to the pearly gates and get and tap on it, right, Duval?
Yep.
Some of us are gonna get in, and some of us are not gonna get in. That's when judgment happens. Until then, none of y'all are without sins or flaws. So that's why you can't judge nobody. You wake up every day doing something you ain't got no business doing. So how are you to judge other people that's not living a lifestyle like you? They got plenty of people living lifestyles that are not trans lifestyles, that are not glorifying God. Like I can interest you in a pastor sleeping with half the congregation. You don't shun them. Never mind. Let me get off my soapbox. We gonna move on. Because you know being a hoochie or a hoe is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sleeping out, cheating on your wife every night or every other night is okay, but becoming a trans is worse.
Hot
Okay.
Pocket Sophie.
I'm just saying. Look in the mirror first. If you look in the mirror, Duval, you don't have time to worry about other people. You're too busy trying to fix your goddamn self.
Nah, she looking at the mirror. It's just on the back. That's all it is. Yeah, with the owner. That's what she looking at. She looking at the old. She got one of the old school headboards that got the mirror on there, and she on the back, and she see the mirror every time.
That's what I'm saying. How dare you? You in a lawsuit and accused of sleeping with a married man, and you out here. Never mind. Lord, let me pray for Jesus. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please cover your child. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Anyway, we moving on to the next thing. Do you want to get Candace out the way?
Nah, because the Candace gonna be all with the angel stuff. Whatever you got before that, go ahead and knock it out.
Okay, you want to talk about Lane Kiffin?
Yeah, that'll be a quick take. We can knock that out.
Okay, quick take on Lane Kiffin. Y'all look not too much on my Tigers, Duval. We're gonna start this conversation, but don't go too crazy. We trying to win.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting it up here. All right. Lane Kiffin and LSU reportedly instigated a fifth-year lawsuit that created the current college football chaos and possibly interfered with contractual rights of multiple teams. So what you trying to say here, we reached out to former players to let them know they had a case for a fifth year of eligibility. And they brought the lawsuit, which we were just being informative. And you saying that's not a good thing that we inform certain people that they had rights. Is that what you're saying, Duval? But wait a minute. My question to you. It ain't just football. But why is Lane Kiffin getting all the hoorah? Because they got basketball players going to teams. Amaya Joyner, who used to play for LSU, going to Louisville, was a part of that same lawsuit.
Yep.
That gave her a fifth year. But you don't hear nobody all up in arms about Louisville. Fine. So explain to me why Lane Kiffin getting all the smoke.
Because Lane Kiffin have a history of being a slime ball. This goes back all the way to his Oakland Raider days. When he was such a slime ball that Al Davis terminated him and put a PowerPoint together talking about how he was a slime ball. Then he went to Tennessee.
He was a slime ball too? Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, Al Davis was a slime ball, but Al Davis is a proud slime ball. He a proud slime ball, and he okay with it. He just had like a young slime ball, you know what I'm saying? So he's seen the future coming. So Lane Kiffin went to Tennessee. He stirred up the hornet's nest in SEC country with Urban Meyer and some allegations. And Tennessee finished with a good season. Had some great players on there like Eric Berry among others. And then he left Tennessee in the middle of the night to go to USC and take that job. He took that job. He was a slime ball at USC to a point where they fired him at the airport. That man ain't need to get off the tarmac before they terminated him. And so then he went to I want to say Alabama. He has a slime ball there, and then Nick Saban had to fire him before the championship game. And then he went to, Florida Atlantic. That's the one time he wasn't a slime ball, which got him the job at Ole Miss. And then he became Lane Kiffin again, slime ball. And, snake this way to LSU. So it's just his history. So we're not surprised with him stirring up the hornet's nest and having practice squad players at the NFL talking about, hey, return back to, LSU so we could win a championship, because he got to win, and he got to win right now.
He do.
Because they coming at his head if he don't. They want him to win today. Ain't no grace period for Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin got to win, so Lane Kiffin said, I'll win by any means necessary. Even that means getting a 30-year-old off a practice squad.
That man was not 30 years old. That man just came out. That man was class of, that man came in. No, stop that. These are the class of 2022. Stop that, Duval.
He said, if he got 50 years eligibility, he 30 years old. If he come play for me, he come play for free. You know what I'm saying? We got to win.
I got something to show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you why. Lane is a slime ball. I ain't going to never say he ain't a slime ball, Chad. We know, but see, here's the thing. We know exactly who we hired. He's a slime ball that can coach. And in this climate, there have been many slime balls that can coach.
Mm-hmm. So
he ain't the first, and he won't be the damn last.
Not at all.
But I'm going to tell you something, Chad. Doggy was on First Take today. And it summed up the reason why people is all in uproar. This is about the most craziest take I ever seen in my life, but it's his take. We gotta respect it. Here we go.
Can LSU for once in a life just lay low? I mean, let's go get Will Wade. Let's go out there and we'll figure out a way to get Kiffin out of Old Miss. Let's go spend $1 billion on this. Let's pay Brian Kelly off. Let's give the kid number 5 when he comes here from high school. Can LSU for once in their life just say, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be the first guinea pig to take a kid from the Browns on our team. Let somebody else do it for a change. I mean, geez, what is he, Kellen Winslow, that they got to have him on the ball club? I mean, I would love for once, Lewis, and he says, well, he'd go play for another team. Well, let him go play for another team. Why does LSU always got to be the first guy to be an outlier?
Okay.
Why we got to be first to everything, Duval?
I don't know. Lane Kiffin is a snowball, and he put the pressure on the boot.
Are you mad at us because we saw the loophole before other schools seen it?
Yeah.
Because I bet you if another school has seen it and done it, it wouldn't be all this.
Now let's be for real. What this really about?
Go ahead.
This really about African American players find a way to get paid and utilizing their leverage.
Yep.
And that's what they cannot stand. Because they like it when the Caucasian coaches were making money, the schools were making money, new buildings were getting built off the back of the African American kids that couldn't make no money publicly and legally because we knew there was money on the table. But you didn't have to pay them much on the table because, again, what leverage did said player have? So they like it when it was that formula because everybody really got paid their value except for the players that was on the field. Now the players on the field getting paid their value. Now all of a sudden they want laws and rules to be made so they can suppress said player value because they don't like the fact that African American men and women for that matter in WBB basketball.
Open. This is the first. It will not be the last of this situation.
What you playing?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
They don't like the fact that African American men and women, of that matter, have the opportunity to not only use that leverage, but to maximize that leverage to get the best possible deal for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks are making an average of $6 million a year. A rookie quarterback on most teams are making $6 million or less.
Mm-hmm.
So a college team quarterback is making just as much as a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal making in the NFL. That's what they don't like. They don't like that these African American men and women finally get to have the gun. And like they said, it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. And now the rabbit is black people. And they have that gun and they are pointed at the Caucasian institution that been suppressing their value and manipulating their bottom line for centuries. All behind the word student athletes. And now they can't use student athletes anymore because now they don't have to, in the words of Cardell Jones, they don't have to play school. Mm-hmm. Now they can treat this situation like a minor league, as it should be. That's all I got to say.
I will say this. I have one more thing to play. I will say this. These athletes that this injunction favors the ball, they didn't know they could have a fifth season.
No. Hold up. Before you keep going. Remember that ruling just came out with the fifth season. They just passed that with Trump in the White House. Remember when Nick Saban and all them went to the White House? They just passed that ruling with the fifth year eligibility.
And so those people that already declared had already declared. Like the guy that he wanted from the Browns, I think he was on the practice squad. He hadn't even
he wasn't even cut yet. He
wasn't cut yet. He might be about to get cut, but he wasn't cut yet. But he wasn't like a player that was, like gonna be starting or nothing like that. He was like on the practice squad. Another person I think got cut. I can't remember.
From the Eagles.
Yes. Got cut from the Eagles and was like, well, if I can continue to play and make some money in NIL, why wouldn't? But I didn't have this option before. So hold on. Let me play this and then we're gonna get off of this. Because they make it seem like so then that's when they went, like you said, Duval, that's when they went to the LSU court system and got the injunction based off what they said about the 2022, the extra year. But it became a mess now, so I'm pretty sure them kids ain't gonna never play. But hold on. Because now the conferences that came out and banned it. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. This Dan Orlovsky.
The old man in me doesn't love any part of this, but the floodgates are going to open. This is the first. It will not be the last of this situation. But I can't kill Daquan Wright for going back and getting more money than he might in the NFL and continuing that opportunity. I can't kill Lane Kiffin for taking a player that he thinks is going to help him win. This is what happens when you have severe poor leadership over a long period of time that takes advantage of situations. Players have been the driving force of the income in college football for a long time. We all know that they have not benefited from the revenue that they've generated, and it's just become this wild, wild west of an open can. I don't understand what happens if I am X team and I draft a kid that played college football for 3 years, and I take him in the second round. And after 2 years, he goes, this is not working out for me. I'm going back to play college football. Do I get my pick back? Do I get the money that I've given you back? Because that will happen. That is the next step where a draft pick, it doesn't work out. He goes back to make more money.
Hot button issue. Anything else, Duval?
Yeah, they just passed a ruling I want to say this morning that all like the SEC and the Big Ten will not allow players that already played in the NFL in preseason or anything otherwise to come back to college. So I
saw it.
Lane Kiffin still trying to fight that ruling, with the SEC and let the court, make a judgment on that. It's a Louisiana court, so I think they're going to feel like they going to be favored in that situation. So he going to allow the players to practice next week.
I just don't think they're gonna actually suit up because you still beholden to the SEC rules, and if you let that player play, they vacate some of your wins. What's the point? So I don't know. It's an ongoing story. We'll keep following it, but of course, all the conferences is coming out with that. Because they just don't want that kid to have the option. But that is true. Like if you go out of they need to define the rules, like they say about the WNBA. You need to define the rules that if you give up your eligibility, you have to actually give it up. Because there's a lot of players that go before all their eligibility is gone. So anyway, we gonna move on. Hit the like button, chat. Hit the like button. We gonna move on. Oh, he not happy. Michael Wake say Bo Crowder's not happy with DeWanna on the dream. He's a hip man. Her booties. Y'all just stop. Okay. we gonna get to DeWanna in just a little bit. First, now can I get to Candace?
Yeah, we get to the all the Angel stuff is in order. So just go in order.
She's first. Okay.
Yeah. I have it just like that. I have it in order. We go through an order just like that.
All right. Hit the like button, chat. We're gonna get to the next topic. We're gonna talk a little bit of Angel Reese, and that's gonna incorporate all the stories that's around Angel Reese, including DeWanna Bonner. The first thing I need to talk to y'all about is Candace freaking Parker.
Yeah.
This is Duval's best friend, and she always got something to say about whatever. I don't know what to say about her. But anyway, let me play it.
Did you see Kaylin's reaction to the dreams? Did you see it?
We saw it after, but like in real time, you see nothing. But we saw it after, and I was like, "Here we go."
Oh my goodness!
Like, here we go.
Yeah.
No, because like we just like peace, love, and happiness. We will never be free.
I just think it's hilarious. You and her literally, because at the end of this year, at the end of the WNBA season, on Post Moves, we're going to have Meme Queen. We're going to have 5 memes that have happened or things that have happened throughout the year. And we're going to have our post-ups vote as to which one is the top one. Because you guys probably have top 5. We probably have top 5. Did you see Kaylin's reaction to the dreams?
Duval?
Yeah.
Y'all want me to play it one more time? I'll play it one more time. Somebody
Let's go back. Did you see it?
We saw it after, but like in real time, you see nothing. But we saw it after, and I was like, "Here we go."
Oh my goodness!
I was like, "Here we go."
Yeah.
No, because like we just like peace, love, and happiness. Like we will never be free.
I just think it's hilarious. You and her literally, because at the end of this year, at the end of the WNBA season, on Post Moves, we're going to have Meme Queen. We're going to have 5 memes that have happened or things that have happened throughout the year. And we're going to have our post-ups vote as to which one is the top one. Because you guys probably have top 5. We probably have top 5. Did you see Kaylin's reaction?
Duval?
You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean, man?
Duval, just let her live. Just let her. She's a hater. That's all.
Yeah, Pikachu is a hater. That's all she do is troll. You know it's a meme? When Sheldon got that divorce check of yours and you had to split it because your marriage ain't work out because you wasn't living in your truth. And then your friend here, Pittsburgh Doe Girl, you know what I'm saying? Who the hell you laughing at? God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Angel ain't do nothing to you but shut your big ass down in every single game that she played against you this year. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Mr. Potato Head. Man, who the hell is y'all to be joking on Angel when she's better than you, Aaliyah Boston? Just like your goofball friend here got her on the C tier. Guess where she got you at? On the C tier. Because you ain't no better than Angel. Looking like Harriet Winslow off of Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? Who is you, Candace? Who is you, Aaliyah? You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all need to live in y'all truth, because both of y'all look like y'all like the other side. Well, Candace, you already living your truth. Aaliyah, we waiting on you to live your truth.
You may be alone. She is not on that side.
And your Caucasian partner here, you know what I'm saying, the one that with that little goofy ass smile in the background, looking like Stone Cold Steve Austin. We know she on the spectrum. We know she's on the spectrum. She's on the far end of the spectrum. We know she a little crazy, little dodo bird. You know what I'm saying?
If we put out the playoffs, is she gonna have that same face on?
Nah, but see, Aaliyah, she, you know, because she Mr. Potato Head, you can switch her nose and eyes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But Caitlin Clark, you stuck with that face, looking like a Laffy Taffy. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell is y'all to be clowning my goat? You know what I'm saying? And going back to you, Garfield, you know what I'm saying, Candace Parker, you know what I'm saying? What you talking about? You want to make some memes? Like I said, your daughter made a meme of you when you had to give your ex-husband that money. You know what I'm saying? She said smile for the camera, for the Polaroid camera at that time. You know what I'm saying? That's why he still had to work long after you wanted to quit basketball, because he was taking your checks, because he was sending that child support and you worked for him. You ain't work for the WNBA. You work for his behind. You had to pay him every single dollar that you had. He owed you. And that's why he went to the other side, making my coffee. She went to milk my coffee just like Robert Griffin III. Her Robert Griffin III loved some cream in their coffee. And that's why they went to the other side. You think that white lady won't hurt you? She gonna leave you too one day, watch. And then she gonna take her son with you. And then her son gonna call you a bastard child. That's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
go ahead, Kendra. That gonna be the truth, Keysha. And guess what we gonna do? We gonna post memes about it. Soon as it happens.
He's laughing his own self because he is out of control. All right,
Keisha, you gotta give me credit. You gotta give me credit. I ain't do no cussing. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't do no cussing.
Jacket, I ain't do no cussing. I kept it clean. I wanted to do some cussing, Keisha. I really did so bad. I had to really think as I was talking. But I wanted to do some cussing. But I had to keep it clean because Jackie, she a minister and she has to pray for us. Go ahead.
That's why we're going to get off Candace Parker and her trolling self. We're going to move on to positivity about Angel, because I ain't got time for Candace and her friend up there who be looking uncomfortable every time she talk. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So Angel Reese made history on Monday, yet far too many were ridiculing her. Never heard the term me-bounce before. Can't recall the last time someone set an all-time record in pro sports and got so much criticism for it. Angel Reese deserves much better.
Before you play him, he is a ESPN reporter. Go back to the profile real quick.
Okay.
So we can get exactly his credentials. Yes. SM NBA host, ESPN. You know what I'm saying? He worked for the Fan 60. I want to say the Fan is on what? Philadelphia? Kind of Philadelphia got the Fan too. And New York and Philadelphia got the Fan. So I'm assuming New York. Okay. So now we got his credentials. So now we can play his video.
Okay. Here we go.
It wasn't celebrating the fact that she's part of a team that's going to be in the playoffs. It was mocking her. It was deriding her. It was coming up with a term known as me bounce. Well, first of all, she shoots 44% from the floor. So that's not bad. All right. Not everyone's going to be Will Chamberlain out there. Not everyone's going to be Asia Wilson out there. But I find it harmful that Asia Wilson is already responsible for the 3 greatest rebounding seasons in WNBA history.
Pause it.
And there's criticism with that. There's push.
He said Angel Wilson. He meant to say Angel Reese. So just for the audience, he meant to say Angel Reese when he said Angel Wilson the second time. That was Angel Reese with the 3 rebounding season when she had 13.6, 12.6, and 12.1 as a sophomore. So just know that he meant Angel Reese. Keep going.
Okay.
Back with that. That's awful. That needs to change. You can be critical of her game and the offensive repertoire and maybe some of the easy misses at the basket. But when we're celebrating Angel Reese for having 26 rebounds in a game on Monday, which is the most ever in a single game in WNBA history, and we're celebrating somebody that has now had 3 seasons where they've averaged over 12 rebounds per game. Again, the highest rebounding total in any season in NBA history. 3 of them belong to Angel Reese, and there's pushback against her. I don't understand that. I don't love the fact that she was picked 7th overall back in 2024 when she was clearly the second best player in the country behind Caitlin Clark.
All right, we're going to keep it going. That's what he had to say. Well, I guess I keep trying to tell people, our shade of hue ain't the only people that like Angel Reese. I keep trying to tell y'all that. I meet a lot of them when I go back home.
Angel Reese, ridiculously talented. I don't want to say skill, it's not just talent. Put hours in the gym to get to this point. I always jokingly say she has like a magnet in her hand and a magnet in the ball because truly, it is insane to watch her rebound the ball. I don't understand how she does it. I'm just like, you watch her get rebound and you're just like, jaw drop. How did she get that? There was 4 defenders around her. It is just so impressive. I don't have the vocabulary to describe it, and it's really, really amazing to see.
Look, there's been a lot of criticism towards her game. I would argue there is a justifiable criticism for her game, but that's not what people criticize in her game. And what she has been doing this season in the Atlanta Dream uniform since getting out of the purgatory or the hell that is Chicago right now has just been so impressive and so fun to see.
You want me to keep going?
Keep going.
All right. The next thing we got is the me-bound thing.
The narrative.
The narrative. We're gonna debunk this. Go ahead.
So, as you see on the screen, the 404 rebounds is the rebounds and offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds that she got either from other people missing on the other team or other people missing from her own team. And the 54 rebounds is from her misses, which is a good ratio compared to the 404 rebounds that she got when it comes to what she has done all the way through this season. And see, this is where the narrative from the other side is not giving you the facts, what's really happening in this case when it comes to Angel Reese and her rebounding career this season. We can keep going because you can show
11% of her rebound is me bounds.
That's a low number.
Yeah, that's low. So that means about 89% is off of her teammates.
Yes.
Or
the
other players, the opponent's player.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get off of this and go to the next thing. But we done said this 1,500 times and they don't care. So. But we'll keep debunking it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's a list of the top me-bounders.
Yes.
Guess who at the top?
Forehead.
Ray Stevens. Second is Stewie. Third is Courtney Williams. Fourth is not Aaliyah Boston.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is 4th.
Oh no, say that ain't so. Okay, Kennedy Burke is 5th. Dominique Malonga is 6th. Asia Wilson is 7th. Flage is 8th. What?
Not the GOAT.
Yeah, Asia Wilson. What? But Duval, why wouldn't you try to get the rebound off your miss and put it back in? Like, why wouldn't you though? This only became a thing since Angel Reese been in the league. Before that, they tell you to crash the glass and try to get the. Never mind. I guess all these coaches before then was just lying to kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Flage Johnson is what is she? A? Yeah. She 8th, and Derek Hammond is 9th, and Angel Reese is 10th behind all them good players.
This is where that she's not even highest on this, but she's the face of it.
Because she's the face of the Me Bound movement.
But why she's the face?
All right. You know that was a campaign they launched against her, Duval.
Why they launched
to discredit her play, to say she can't play.
Why they want to discredit her play?
Oh, because they don't never want her to be close and ranked to they GOAT, which is Caitlin Clark.
I'm gonna add something to that because that part of it, but the biggest part is she's on the threat. Like I keep telling y'all, she's the only threat to Caitlin. She's the only person where if she was to win and reach her potential, she'll be more popular than Caitlin. They know that. That's what they're afraid of. So as long as they can keep her down and keep her underneath Caitlin, they will never have to worry about her surpassing Caitlin. See, all these other players will never surpass Caitlin in popularity. They just don't. They just won't. Asia Wilson can win 10 championships, don't matter. She will never surpass her. Paige could win a championship, Olivia Miles, Juju, said person, won't matter. But Angel win a championship, and Angel improves her game like she has been improving while winning those championships. That's the person that could really knock Caitlin off that pedestal. And she becomes the face of that league. And they really don't want that, especially Caucasian America, because they want those sponsorship dollars. And they want to maximize those sponsorship dollars. And they feel like they have a better chance of doing it with Caitlin as the face than Angel.
I will say this. It probably don't matter now. You are correct. But as the years turn and burn, if everybody win before her, she is diminished.
Yes.
Okay.
Not only that, if I think Angel went before her fan base diminished. Because now they don't have nothing else to root for anymore. And see, their whole goal is to hopefully Caitlin win a championship so they can use her to dehumanize and downgrade and dismiss African American women. But if Angel win before her, then that would no longer be the narrative they can use to diminish African American women. Then that means they'll have to find another thing to really latch themselves to, because they will no longer feel like they can latch themselves to Caitlin under those circumstances. And then Caitlin will really see how big her fan base is after that situation was to come to fruition.
That's the problem with this movement of this, because while you so super focused on one, my mama always say, you know, you miss the people creeping up from the left and the right. Luka, I just use Luka as an example. What happens to Luka? He never wins, Duval.
Interesting. He'll be diminished.
Even after all, he putting up. I heard Skip Bayless the other day talking about Caitlin Clark needs to score like LeBron and Luka. But if okay, cool. That's what y'all want to do, so y'all can so y'all can have her like a Luka basketball conversation. Cool, do that. But if Luka never wins after hitting 35 points every game, what happens, DeVoe? Because what he averaged 30 a game or 34 a game? What do Luka average? He up there.
Yeah.
What happens to Luka if he never win a chip?
He get diminished.
He a lot like her. He don't play no defense either.
Nah, he'll get diminished.
So even though Joker is not popular like that, I mean people know Joker, but he's not popular like. I say Luka is more popular than him, right?
Yes, especially being on the Lakers.
But he'll never be considered in the greats if he. It's gonna come to a point that Caitlin might end up doing something like what y'all criticize Kevin Durant for. He don't actually. Never mind. We moving on. I'm just telling you because she is under. See the 7th pick, the 2nd pick, the number 1 overall pick, Paige. All of them are not under the same pressure as her. Yeah, we want them to win, but if they don't, people will be like, "That's what I told you." But her, if she don't win, this whole house of cards falls apart. And you're right, Jonathan. He got a championship, Joker. So when you start comparing, if Luka never wins, and you start comparing players, even though right now, most people say, "Oh yeah, Luka the better player." Would you say that, DeVal? Because I done heard people say that. Right?
Luka's the better player.
Most people say Luka's the better player, but Joker got MVPs and championships, and Luka the won an MVP.
Nah, Luka ain't won the MVP.
He won a championship. So as the calendar turns, who would be viewed as the better player when it's all said and done if Luka don't win those things?
Joker 100%.
Yeah. So that's why I say just sit and wait. It's gonna be okay. Here we go. Oh, we gonna get to the next one. She gonna have to change, or she gonna be stuck in the mud.
Yes.
Same thing we say about Luka. Luka, you gotta play some defense, man, or you. And he got to the finals. Just couldn't, you know what I mean? Anyway, almost ain't good enough. That's what we say in this society. But then again, I don't know. She got invited to the White House without winning, so maybe she different. Anyway, this is the best defensive on-off seasons had it since 2010. Okay, let me make this bigger. All right, what I'm looking at, DeVoe?
Go back up.
Oh, you want me to click off?
Yeah. Read that right there. That'll tell you all you need to know.
Well, Brittany Griner, negative 8.9.
Yeah, that's Brittany Griner's season that year. And
She won Defensive Player of the Year.
Now
okay, Angel Reese, negative 8.5. And then Natasha Howard won Defensive Player of the Year at 8.0. What you trying to say? They trying to snub your girl?
Yep, they might be cooking the books. Because what I'm trying to tell you is this is it ain't just a great season by Angel, it's a historic season by Angel. Remember the other two that had that same season won Defensive Player of the Year. They were great seasons by them when it comes to defense. There was historic seasons. But Angel, if she don't win it, that could be a sticky situation. But we can move on. So y'all, I just want y'all to see that.
Well, yeah, I've already told people she's my defensive player of the year, but you ain't got to listen to me because there's a lot of people out here talking about why she shouldn't be. But here we go. Get to the next one. All right, here we go. Okay, it says Nikias thinks the fever could pose problem for the Aces in the playoffs. Aaliyah Boston is probably the best Asia defender in the league. The fact that the fever, when locked in, can bother the Aces off the ball, have someone for their best player that they don't have to send double teams toward, it could put Aces offenses in the box. You want me to play this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cause said that you got to listen to in there too. Yeah, I got this. I got this for a reason. It might be talking about the fever, but just listen to it very carefully.
Okay, here we go.
It's always going to be. I think it's always going to be New York, and it's always going to be Indiana for me. Because I think those two teams are the ones that have the collective size to bother Vegas. Like with how Indiana looks to defend on the high end, very physical off the ball. It could flow into some of Vegas's like tempo issues. And it's something that I asked Chelsea Gray and Becky Hammond about, I think a week and a half ago after a game. And so their physicality off the ball can bother them. Aaliyah Boston is probably the best Asian defender in the league. If it's not her, it's probably Angel Reese. But it's between those two. And so the fact that the fever, when locked in, can bother the Aces off the ball, has someone for their best player that they don't have to send double teams towards. It can put the Aces offense in a box that they can still win with because of the shot making that they have on the roster. But from a process perspective, it becomes a lot more difficult.
Y'all heard that?
It's always going to be, I think.
He said it's either Aaliyah Boston or Angel Reese as the best defenders for Asia. Well, I guess somebody. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I guess somebody's can see it. No, go ahead. That's all I was about to say.
Nah, it just nobody don't embarrass Asia the way Angel do by stealing the ball from her and stuff like that. That usually don't happen to Asia Wilson when you guard against her. And if you notice, when Asia Wilson face up against anybody else, she going straight to the basket. When she face up against Angel Reese, she turned her back to her because she don't want the ball stolen. That's playing conservative. That's playing out of fear. So I'm glad that somebody else had to point out that there's two people that play Asia in a way that really makes her change her game. But I think Angel do it more than Aaliyah Boston do. But Aaliyah Boston is more like physical towards her. So Aaliyah Boston's size, I think Boston's Asia where she can't just back her down and stuff like that. But Angel is the better defender against Asia than Aaliyah Boston is. Even though the numbers might say they're kind of similar, if that makes sense.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, we keep going.
All right, here we go. No, my Natalie Esquire.
So, this is a legitimate WNBA reporter. Both of them are legitimate WNBA reporters. So when you think about Defensive Player of the Years, you're going to hear two different perspectives and you're going to see who they're going to vote for. So we're going to play Natalie first. Let's roll the tape.
I want to be very clear that I don't think defensive stats are great. Like defense is something you have to watch. And you talked about some of the things you talked about Asia Wilson's help defense. That's not something that you're going to like read in a box score, right? Talking about staying in front of like your man, your player. Ryan and Gabby are so excellent at that. How you play the passing lanes, right? There are many things that contribute to a great defender besides rebounds, steals. Like Gabby Williams, Tarika and I sat down with her and she pointed out that there are people who get lots of steals that are not great defenders. And she's absolutely correct because there are people who gamble. And so like you're putting the defense at a weakness because you're gambling for a steal, right? And so there are lots of things that you have to look at. And so you do really have to watch games. You have to sometimes go back and rewatch the tape, Like people have a tendency when you're watching games to pay attention to who has the ball, right? And a lot of times some people think of defense as just like your on-ball defense, but there's good team defense and how you help your team as a defender. And so there's so many things that contribute to this, and that's why, Kia Stokes may be actually the Valkyries' best defensive player, but she doesn't play as many minutes as Gabby. And so that may be something that voters like hold against her. And so we really have to see, but I do think that there are a number of players in the conversation. And I thought it was interesting that Angel said, look, it's 3 of us on this team and any one of us, but it's here. And I'm not mad at that. I think early in the season, we heard Ryan Howard's name a lot. But of lately, we are starting to hear Angel Reese's name more. And, I'm just curious, like, is Angel Reese the Defensive Player of the Year? Does she have a case for you, Christina? Because when you talk about, you talked about like ratings and on-offs, for players. But let's just look at the defensive ratings for teams, like really quickly and see like where they rank. Because like I mentioned, that Atlanta has a top defense, right? So they're 4th right now, but the difference between the Mystics and the Dream, 103.8, 104.8, right? So those are like the 4 best defenses, and you see it when you play them, right? Like what their defense is like. But if you actually talk about Angel and you look at like Atlanta's defense, their rating when she is on the court is a 99.5, Christina. So that's lower than what we're even seeing here. When she is off the court, it jumps to a 108.6. That is a 9.1 difference in when Angel is on the court and when she is off the court, right? That's a pretty loud case for defensive player. Now, it's not the only thing that matters, but we've talked about the fact she leads the league in rebounds, and Asia's right up there too. But like, she does have some of those loud stats that people look at when it comes to defense. She, along with 2 other Atlanta Dream players, are in tops in steals. Ryan Howard leads the league in steals, but Jordan Canada is 2nd and Angel Reese is 3rd, right? And she's doing this as a front court player, nearly 2 steals per game, right? So these are some of those loud defensive stats that like jump out. Is a player on the Dream the DPOY, but is it Angel Reese?
Now let's go to the next clip.
Okay. All right.
Prepare to get disappointed.
Yeah, because I already heard it. Her mind is made up. So here we go.
On the Dream, the DPOY, but is it Angel Reese?
Yeah. So I have to agree with you. I think that what she's doing this season is absolutely phenomenal in terms of how she's able to finish defensive possessions. But I think that rebounding is just one part of the game. It isn't enough to merit a Defensive Player of the Year award. And as you mentioned, she has 2 teammates who are helping when you talk about the rankings in terms of where Atlanta stands in the defensive team standings as well. But yeah, Angel Reese, when she came into the league, she was praised for her ability to defend, her ability to rebound, and her ability to compete. And I think that you see that now happening in her 3rd season in the WNBA, just how much of an impact she can have on the floor versus when she's off. And she's doing it all for the Atlanta Dream. But for me, I wouldn't necessarily think that she has surpassed a player like A'ja Wilson or Gabby Williams, even when we talk about Defensive Player of the Year. I think that versatility and how you defend matters, and just all the different elements. And I think that, yeah, Angel Reese is one of the top contenders for Defensive Player, but she's not my choice necessarily.
Yeah, she sounds like a person that just don't have facts to back it up. She's just not her choice.
Chad, that sounds like a person whose wig was too tight and he stood her head under that dryer too long. But that's okay.
It's all right.
You can tell she don't watch the game.
That's her opinion.
Because you said A'ja Wilson, Gabby Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can any of those players guard 1 through 5?
A'ja can if she put her mind to it. She don't have to.
She don't got. Okay. She got burnt by plenty of people. She cannot. She's not a good man. She's not as good a man defender as you think. She's a great help defender when it comes to shot blocking, but she's not a good man-to-man defender. She get burnt a lot. But And somebody like Gabby Williams, yeah, she's a great perimeter defender. Cool. Can she defend a 4? Can she defend a 5? Can she defend Angel in the post? Can she defend Leah Boston in the post? No, she cannot. Angel could guard 1 through 5. And there's only one other person in the league that can do that if this person is healthy. And this person's body is right. And her name is Nafisa Collier. Now, I don't know how that injury affects Nafisa because I ain't really see her play like that much. Do she look like she lost a step or what? From what you watch.
Who, Asia?
Nafisa Collier.
She ain't played enough for me to make that determination. She ain't played but like 5 games.
Yeah, because like I said, if she's back athletically and stuff like that, that's the only person that's a better defender than Angel at her best. Because her and Angel could do the same things equally, but Nafisa is a better shot blocker. For somebody that's 6'1", she could block a lot of shots. Man, Nafisa is something about timing that she's not a timing person shot individual. But either way, they're the only 2 people that could guard 1 through 5 at any point in time, at any person in the league. But again, that's why I said this Defensive Player of the Year is rigged. Because all the numbers, let's pull up the numbers, matter of fact, for the chat. Pull up the next clip.
Well,
because all the numbers favors Asia. And see, a lot of times, these, can you make it bigger or no?
No, that's as big as it go.
Okay, that's fine. Then you just have to read them all there.
Yeah, because it's when they up and down like that, not landscape.
So yeah, so when you read off each category, read off each person where they ranked at.
Okay, so Angel for defensive RAPM, Angel is ranked 1, Asia is ranked 4, Gabby is ranked 11, and Ryan Howard is ranked 22. Defensive rating differential, Angel's ranked 1, Asia is ranked 5th, Gabby is 7th, and Ryan is 8th. Oh, they say that's a duplicate category. Okay. Opponent field goal percentage differential, Angel is ranked 1, Asia is ranked 4th, Gabby's ranked 16th, Ryan Howard is ranked 34th. 2% differential, Angel is ranked 1, Asia is ranked 3rd. Gabby Williams is ranked 24th, and Ryan Howard is ranked 41st. 3 percentage differential. Angel is ranked 2nd. Asia is ranked 12th. Gabby Williams is ranked 8th. Ryan Howard is ranked 14th.
Pause it before you keep going.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why that number is impressive. One, Angel's a big man. She shut down people from shooting threes. Secondly,
but they claim Gabby Williams is known for being a perimeter defender. So,
and I'm gonna tell you the truth. And me and you, and I've been screaming this in many games. And you know, I'm telling the truth when I say this, Keysha. The only reason why Angel ain't ranked number 1 in that category, not because she can't do it every single time. Angel sometimes, if it's a person that she don't respect, she'd be doing some gambling. That's when Angel be gambling, trying to help defense in the hole and leave her man wide open. If Angel don't do that, she'll be ranked number 1 in that category. But the reason why Angel ain't ranked number 1 because Angel sometimes will do some gambling if it's a player that she don't respect like that as a great. She does that from time to time. She did with Azrae Stevens last year. This year she did it with what's the girl name? Samuelson. Katie Samuelson. She a lot of times she don't respect you as a player. She'll like do some gambling and just like leave you open with something that I think she need to, you know what I'm saying, work on because like I said again, she should take all opponents seriously, but I can understand sometimes you can lose focus when you try to charge yourself up each and every game.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
Defensive rating, Angel is second. Asia is fourth. Gabby Williams is first. And Ryan Howard is third. Okay? And then that's total turnover percentage differential. Angel is 3. Asia is 9th. Gabby is 5th. Ryan Howard is 6th. Steals, Angel is 3rd. Asia is 4th. Gabby is 4th. And Ryan Howard is 1st. So based on this, it still shows that Angel and Asia is the best defenders in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Because Fee ain't played enough to. She'd have played the whole season, she'll be in here, but
yeah,
she ain't played. So,
but yeah, let's So I'm gonna just say this, and then we get to the last topic.
I think this might be the last thing.
You
you're talking about Bonner? Okay, that is my next thing. But yeah, I think it's kind of like the MVP. I will say this before we move on. It's kind of like the MVP thing, Duval.
Mm-hmm.
They already had their people set.
Yeah.
Instead of them letting the season play out, they already said Gabby Williams. They already said Asia Wilson
Mm-hmm.
for MVP, defensive player. Now the other awards, they kind of let the season play out. But for some reason, for those two awards, they like to predetermine them. And if your team is number one, oh shit, that just bolsters your point.
Yes.
Like your team number one, it's like what's her name? Natalie was saying that Kia Stokes is probably the best defender on the team, but she don't play as many minutes as Gabby Williams. But the trip part about it is another thing that needs to be taken into consideration. Gabby Williams don't play the amount of minutes that Angel do, and she's still up there with her. Because usually, if you play long enough, you could get burnt, right? Because you get tired, and you know what I mean. But no, she's on a team where she got to play heavy minutes, whereas Gabby's on the team. I think she might be averaging 25 minutes a game.
25 minutes a game, yes.
So, yeah.
But you got to think about this. Even her playing heavy minutes, she surpassed Gabby Williams and Ryan Howard all the numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I agree.
Surpass them and surpass Angel. But see, what's so funny about this is like they always try to use Ryan Howard against her, knowing that that's not the truth. It's like they try to use Ryan Howard to spike Angel. That's what I don't like. But either way, what is clear is this defensive player of the year situation is rigged. But we all know who the best defensive player in basketball is. The numbers say otherwise. I just showed y'all the numbers. Showed y'all the defensive impact. Showed y'all everything that's related to Angel is unprecedented. Like I said, you heard a lot of ones in those categories. A lot of ones. You know what I'm saying? A lot of 1, 2s. Her lowest record was 3. Think about it.
I know. But
But so again.
Big Ticket say he didn't tag. Everyone of Angel fans should be tagging the WNBA and the NBA. I've tagged them about 5 times a day. Y'all keep tagging them. Go ahead.
But yeah, but the numbers don't lie. But they, you know what I'm saying? The numbers don't lie, but sometimes numbers, you know what I'm saying, manipulate the situation. That's why when people say, well, Ryan Howard got the most steals, because she playing on a team with Angel, she could gamble. Or when Angel put her hands up, when player try to throw the pass over her head, it's easy for her to get those type of steals. Same thing with Jordan Canada. We see how a lot of times Jordan Canada would try to trap, and she'd get her steals that way. You know what I'm saying? It just, again, if you watch the games, you know that who the best defender on that team. And if you watch the season long enough, you know who the best defender in the league is. It's Angel Reese. But we can keep going.
All right. I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
Y'all hit the like button, chat. Hit the like button. Tell me what you think about DeWanna Bonner joining your GOAT's team.
Well, I called it before everybody. I was right.
You was right.
And if you don't believe me, pull up the clip, please.
What clip?
The clip I sent you. Monday video show.
At what time?
1840. 1840.
Hold on. Gotta listen to the commercial.
Get through the commercial. See, I like to have facts to back up everything I'm saying. And I called this on Monday that she would come to the dream. Because I knew this was a basketball fit. And most importantly, you could see the writing on the wall when she played the dream on Saturday and Sunday. All of a sudden, she getting a buyout. That don't happen on accident. That means it was something that was already in the works. So you are at 1840?
It won't go to the O, but
Well, what you got at?
1833. Here we go.
That work. Hey, so chat, hear me and hear me good on Monday's show. And feel free to go back and watch that show in case you missed it.
All right.
On that coach.
Mm-hmm.
Something about that coaching system that's holding those players back. I think the Dream would be the front runner because, like I said, she get minutes here. I mean, here where I'm talking the Dream, the team. Because like I said, if Smecko is honest with himself, he need to get some minutes for Ryan Howard. He need a legitimate three that he could put in there where she could legitimately get some rest.
Yeah,
and that way
would be a help for that. Yeah,
and she could be a help for Jordan Cannon getting rest. Like I said, you could do some lineup switches and everything else. And like I said again, you could go small, you could go big. She could get minutes here, and who to say that if she come here, they don't cut back. What's the call of minutes? Well, I'm about to say Bolays or even Popeye all together.
Well, yeah. My thing would be Barlace.
I would hope that.
I would hope that if they brought in DeWanna Bonner, the bottom will probably be the first one off the bench instead of Barlace.
Pause it. I seen the
Okay.
We ended there. I just wanted to gloat.
It's so stupid.
But just like I said, she can provide a spark off the bench, which I think is needed. She could be the insurance policy when Ryan Howard go cold and don't want to participate into the game when she prone to do a lot of times, especially those big games. We need somebody that can really step up in that moment. And so when Ryan Howard give us a 10-point game, if DeWanna Bonner give us another 10, you know what I'm saying, that could be the difference. So go is that
sure
you gotta get the money.
Yeah, I was making sure I didn't miss it. We was up there, we was all engrossed. Thank you, Dre Stewart, for the $5 super chat. He said, you noticed she waited after the 4-game win streak.
I disagree
Who you talking
with
about,
that.
Dre Stewart? You talking about DeWanna? Or you talking about... Go ahead.
I think you're talking about DeWanna.
Okay.
I disagree with it. I think it was in the works once Saturday came around either before or after they played. I think that was in the works around that time. Winning streak or not. I think it helped to go on the winning streak, and I think she surveyed the land and she asked herself what was the best situation where I could still get some minutes and contribute to a championship team. It ain't like she want to go to a championship contender team and just sit on the bench. She wants to actually contribute to that team. And I think with Smeko and his bench being weak, I think she's seen the opportunity with us, and I'm talking Atlanta Dream, that she could play and she could contribute to a championship environment. Which, going to big picture, this is what I'm gonna say when it comes to this team having her. How much does it move the needle? It don't make them. Go ahead.
He was talking about Candace. I got you. Thank you, now for the week.
Oh, okay. My bad, Dre Stewart. My bad, brother. But I will say this. I will say this. Big picture. Do that make them championship favorites? No. But I'm going to tell you what it does do. It no longer give them a matchup disadvantage against any team. So now if they want to play New York Liberty, I have more faith that they could beat the New York Liberty now because I feel like when Jordan Kender's not being herself and she's at a defensive disadvantage, you could put DeWanna Bonner in the game and now you can neutralize that. Now you could switch your lineup around where you could put Ryan Howard at the 1 and Alicia Gray at the 2 or vice versa. And have DeWanna Bonner at the 3 and Angel at the 4 and Okai at the 5. Or if Bree Jones could play this season, have her at the 5. There are things you could do to now counteract what other teams try to take advantage of when, you know what I'm saying, they want to take advantage of a weak spot on the defense. And that's the same thing with Nas Hillman. If Nas Hillman is not playing up to her level when it comes to defense, then you can make some adjustment and put Angel at the 4 and Okai at the 5. And like I said, DeWanna Bonner at the 3. Or you can put DeWanna Bonner at the 4 at times and put Angel at the 5. Depends on the matchup. And so it don't handicap us anymore when we got 2 liabilities on defense. That if we need to take either one of those defensive liabilities out to put her in, it could be possible and we could do some things to really counteract what teams shall try to do to us overall.
I like the pickup. That's one of it was the favorite for me. I didn't think she was gonna try to do. The only other place that people, like I told you, the only other place that people was really talking about was the Aces, but I thought the Aces didn't have enough money to bring her in. I thought they were already kind of over the cap. So. And they couldn't bring in a health player because she
didn't have no hardship.
They didn't have no hardship just with Alyssa Smith going down. So I like to pick up. I think she can help them. She gives them another wing, Duval. She gives them defensive versatility, and like you say, she can be plugged into many different lineups. So I think they were already in my opinion, once Bree Jones started having issues in that game when she had to sit down, I think they was already on the hunt for another veteran.
Mm-hmm. Now she is light in the body, but she still can play defense at a good level. She's more Jordan Kenner on defense than she is Nas Hillman. She a better defender than Nas Hillman at this time. Mm-hmm. And most importantly, she can, she got like 1.5 assists a game. I think she can do a good job as somebody that can do a good job of ball handling, get the ball to Angel, and allow her to be great. I think she can really help out in that department. She's a good jump shooter too. So she's somebody. She's not a good 3-point shooter, but she's a good jump shooter. Cause I think her 3-point shooting percent this year is like 22% or 26%. I think she's 30% for her career. But she's a good jump shooter team. She's a good jump shooter. And most importantly, she can still, like I say, she can still contribute even at the age of 39. She's not going to be in a situation like the Aces where Becky, because she's such a legendary coach, she could sit her and then nobody wouldn't question it. You know what I'm saying? For Smeckle to bring her on board, he had to have a plan for her. Or people going to question why you brought her here. And so I know they had to have a plan of how many minutes they're going to give her. And a couple things I got to say that we could wrap this up. Thing number one is, who minutes are going to get cut? Like I told Kappa, my brother, I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. I think Papa probably played us nash snaps this season. Her
minutes are already cut in anyway.
But I think he's going to get cut anymore. Bole's minutes going to get cut too. I think Smeckle seen a season worth of data when it came to Bole. It feel like he's seen enough. She's too inconsistent for him to depend on her. He need more of a scoring, consistent player, especially coming off the bench, than what Boles has given him. And so that's one thing. And then secondly, and most importantly, when it comes to this team, I truly think that she can help the locker room with the chemistry and everything else. I think this team will more respect and appreciate her. She's not going to be in a situation with the Fever where, you got racist fan base and then you got players on the team that really not good individuals. I don't think we have any locker room type of bad people on the Dream. So I think she will fit well from a chemistry and a connection standpoint. So like I said, just a good fit all around, just like I said Monday.
I agree. I'm ready. I'm ready to see them suit up on Friday. That's what I want. Now, I know they just playing the 5, but I'm ready to see them suit up. And I hope she played Friday, but it might be too soon.
Oh, okay. I know the last thing I want to say. The timing that they got her is great. Because when they go overseas with that World Cup tournament, they're going to have 2 weeks to integrate her into the offense, to run some sets and stuff for her and see where she's at as far as how they could integrate her into the system. And I think that's a perfect opportunity to really, instead of trying to fit it in on the fly, they could really sit down and game plan on how to put her in a situation where she can be great.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm about to drink. I'm with you. Bonner, we need you to get us over that first round hump, player. All I can say. I don't know if Bree Jones gonna play anymore. We'll see.
Yeah. I was right about that too. They should have played it to September. Told y'all that.
I think she'd have still got hurt. Because I don't think she was. Because if she got hurt this quick, then
I don't think she'll ever all the way back. But I would took my chance of her playing in September than now. Because like she could have used the break to ramp up.
She shouldn't have played at all.
Yeah.
Because you only come back when you completely healed. Just like Vanessa came back, she completely healed. No setbacks. She waited. She saw the setback in practice. Remember she was supposed to come back earlier? She changed it. That's what I was expecting Bree to do. Listen to her body. When it's time to come back, come back.
I think what happened was get the money, Keysha, and then I'll wrap this up.
Thank you for the $2 super chat, Dre Stewart. He said, Candace, I know that your people in the chat had your back, Dre Stewart.
We apologize, Bray Stewart. My apologies. You know what I'm saying? What I was saying was With Bree Jones, I think she came back too soon because she seen how the team was playing, and she just wanted to be a part of that. And sometimes you can ignore your body and go with your adrenaline, especially when you feel like your team could really do something. And I think she just wanted to be a part of what the team has to go on. Because I believe if the team was losing, like if this team ain't had no aspiration of making the playoffs, I don't think she would have came back. But I think she seen how the team was performing, and she just wanted to be a part of it. And sometimes you can push yourself too hard to do something that your body's not ready for, based on your emotions or the situation at that time.
Yeah. She a veteran. She should have known better.
She should have. I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway,
All right, Chad.
wrap it up.
Chad, I'm going to bed. I love y'all. Oh, on over there, KSAP and Bro Claude is on. Get that off y'all chest. If y'all want to get something off y'all chest, go get it off your chest with them. I'll put the thing in the chat so y'all get the YouTube channel. Y'all been a great chat tonight. Somebody in the chat say y'all was spicy tonight. But y'all always spicy, so I don't know. I don't know about that. Duval say he gotta go to work. No, he don't. He a bum. No, I'm sorry. He do gotta go to work, chat. Y'all be nice. We'll be back Friday.
Post game.
After the game. To see what we get to see. Yo, no. All right, Duval. Anything else? Snipe the meeting has always had okay. Like, yeah. Hit your like button on the way out the door, chat. My chat be knowing, Duval. See, I love my people. Anything else you want to say?
Nah, not really.
All right, then. We out, chat.
Peace.